Shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin by giving all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKakodash. A double honors unto the apostles and others that agreements to know the rule well. Peace and blessing to the sincere Akim who pushing the truth in all sincerity. Right, and I just found this article on Facebook. Well, it was a question asked by someone, right? And just scrolling through for the news evidence for news sake and stuff, this person asks the question, says what happens to a star when its nuclear fuel is exhausted. Now, I just want to touch on some scriptures, showing that the Musa Yahweh Hashem Yahushai have blinded the eyes of all these people, and these people are just miserable. Alright? Miserable. So I would just like to read like a few of the comments. It says a star like our sun, alright, will become a white dwarf when it has exhausted its nuclear fuel near the end of its nuclear burning stage. Such a star expels most of its outer material. Alright? Certain planetary nebula until only the hot 1000K core remains, which then settles down to become a young white dwarf. So this is just some of the things that these people have the conspiracy on. Alright, and we're gonna see what the Bible, alright, talk about these things, just for the edificational sake, for the elect, because sometimes, some people might pop this question to you, and we just had to bring it out through the scriptures, because scriptures say prove all things, right? So these are some of the things that these people say. Its core collapses into a white dwarf. The way I understand it, it depends on which fuel you're refining to. Alright, once the hydrogen is used up, it burns helium. After that, carbon, I think, eventually. When the fusion process hits, iron is good night nurse, and boom, depending on its size, it will supernova or collapse into a neutron star, or if big enough, a black hole. Alright, so enough of that, and let me just go into the scriptures, and I just pull up the word astronomy. Right, the word astronomy means the branch of science which deals with celestial. Alright, and the word celestial goes back to heavenly, or it came back to the root word I think is silo, alright, or cello, which means ceiling or sky. Alright, so it says a branch of science, and the word science also means to know. Now these people don't know because they have never been out there. They have never entered out of the firmament of this realm. Alright, although the stars within our firmament, they have never reached that extent to experiment or to see, alright, these things that the Lord have created. So this is the book Salakia, right? Just want to go into the book Psalms 147, right? Just want to get a precept real quick. Psalms chapter 147 and verse 3. Or select this now. Verse 4. It says, He telleth the number of the stars, He calleth them all by their names. Stars also is a representation for the nation of Israel, because He said He will multiply the seeds as the stars of heaven. Alright, now the stars that the Lord created, He ain't gonna destroy it. The scripture says in Genesis, alright, let me just get it real quick. Bam, just bear with me a second. Just bear with me 1 second. Right, Genesis chapter 1 and verse 16. And God made two great lights, and the word God there means Alahayim, which means gods or powers. Alright, and God made two greater lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser night to rule the night. He made the stars also, and the power set them in the firmament of heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and divided light from darkness. And the Alahayim saw that it was good. Alright, he saw that it was good. So everything that the Lord created and saw that it was good, he ain't gonna destroy his creation. Alright. The stars don't burst into some clouds, and that's a mad theory that they have there. That is not how the Mosiah, how Hashem Yahushua have programmed this thing to run. Alright. So let's want to go into the book of Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 9. Right, and verse 16. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 9 and verse 16. Just straight to the point. It says, I'll read from verse 14. It says, for the thoughts of mortal men are miserable, and our devices are but uncertain. That is miserable thoughts upon the mind, thinking that the stars and all these things explode and go into some cloud and all that madness. That is not according to the scriptures. Alright, and let's go straight to the point. Wisdom of Solomon 9 and 16, it says, and hardly do we get so right at the things that are upon the earth. So the things that are upon the earth, you all are not even able to search out. Alright, but you all want to search out the things that are in the heavens. You all want to study astrology. You all want to think about the things that are celestial, heavenly things, because they are up in the heavens, and you don't on planet earth. You understand? It says, and with labor do we find the things that are before us, but the things that are in heaven, who had searched out? Who had searched out the things that are in heaven? They have never reached to that point to search out the things that the Lord have created above. Alright? They tried, but failed. All Esau tried to reach up there, but the most he could have done is send a satellite to a certain point. Because the Lord have set the bounds. The Lord set the bounds that they can't surpass these bounds. So they ain't going to be able to experiment on the Lord creation like the stars and the moon and the sun and these things. Alright? So that is craziness. That is craziness that these people have in their minds. Alright? And great madness I will see. And this is the book of Sirach. The second chapter. Sirach, the third chapter. Sirach, the third chapter. And I'll start from the 21 verse. And it reads, it says, seek not out the things that are too hard for thee, neither search the things that are above thy strength. These things that you all want to believe in and think that is so, they are not. Alright, the Lord created all these things and he saw it was good. You simple human beings, don't try to seek out the things that are above, that way beyond our pay grade. Alright, we can barely search out the things upon the face of the earth. Why try to seek out the things that are in the heavens? Alright, leave the things that are in the heavens for the Lord people when that time reach, and let's humble ourselves. Alright, so hey, if anybody ever poses this question to any Akim, we just prove them through scriptures that the Lord will destroy the stars. The stars are there to give light. Alright, that he created in the firmament, and they could barely search out the things on the earth. Why seek to search the things out in the heaven? You haven't even searched out the sea that is upon the earth that we dwell on, but you want to search the things that are in the heaven. I mean, hey, you people just gotta be real, and know that these things are way too high and way above all the pay grade. So I hope this lesson was edifying. Just quick, short and sweet to the elect of Israel. Just want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh. Double unto the apostles and elders of great millstone who rule well. Peace and blessing to the saints of Akim in the elect. Mawat la babala, bye bye, shalom.